your Storm Tracker 33 forecast with meteorologist Bree Smith.
Well, good morning to you. The time is 6:10. If you're puddling around the house this morning, I hope you don't have to get out the door. Even if you can just make it a late start today, it'd get you off on a way better foot. So my super exciting increase of temperature, we have landed at 34 degrees. That means we've climbed 2 degrees in the last 20 minutes. Now, I know that doesn't sound super exciting, but the weather dork in me gets really excited about this because it means we are leaving our freezing temperatures behind. It means conditions will start to improve, especially when the sun rises right around 7 o'clock this morning. You're going to see a rapid change in conditions. Now, it still feels pretty darn cold out there. We're at a 29 feels-like temperature. Those winds blowing out of the north-northeast at 6. Now, I want to show you our Doppler radar, though. We have another sort of burst of moisture that's pushing through the area. These yellow and red pockets that you see here, that has a rainfall rate of 2.06 inches per hour. Now, it's moving along that much. Now, this lighter blue and green that you see here, that's where you get the freezing drizzle and so forth. It's very, very light, only 0.06 of an inch an hour. So not a lot of moisture being deposited from this system. It's just sort of streaming across the area, and like I said, as our temperatures continue to rise, it will just turn into a nice cold rain. And kind of something a little excited, maybe you've seen that footage of Jim Cantore getting super duper excited about thunder snow. We do have some lightning popping up here, so if they're having freezing rain over by Opelousas, that means we could have thunder freezing rain, and I've never seen that before, so there might be something exciting about this, or at least trying to find a silver lining. So taking you through the storm timeline. This was last night as the system was coming onshore, bringing with it freezing rain in the overnight hours. Right around 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. is when you're really going to see the transition where we're pretty much just going to be cold rain across the entire area. Now, this is great news because it's going to let the roads improve, and we're not going to have to go back to concerns about freezing rain, at least for a couple days. So then we come into tonight. You're going to see the system exit the area. We still have some cloud cover around. It is going to give the slight chance for our southwest Mississippi counties and our northern Florida parishes, you might actually see a couple snow flurries tonight. Nothing measurable, just a couple little flurries out in the sky, and then we get to say goodbye to it, and we actually have a really nice weekend in store. I know it's hard to imagine that it could get pretty tomorrow, but it's going to get beautiful. Now, looking at what is coming, this can be kind of a confusing map to look at. This is our water vapor imagery. So where you see the white, that indicates heavy moisture, and we've got this nice moist air streaming over top of us. This red air that you see just on the eastern edge of Texas, that's very, very dry. Now, that dry air is moving into our area, and it's going to create substantially better weather conditions. So our headlines, it's a wintry mess. Stay off the roads if you can. That winter storm advisory is in effect till 9 a.m. It's giving us very challenging conditions on the road, creating black ice on our bridges and our overpasses. Remember, that's invisible. You can't see it, and because it's patchy, you might be driving along the road and think that everything's going fine, and then your car begins to slip. So you really want to slow down if you have to get out on the roads today. We will heat up to 42. We will have that persistent cold rain all afternoon. Tonight, right around midnight, you're going to see those skies clear. We do get to say goodbye to this yucky mess. Our overnight lows, though, will be very, very cold. So 29 degrees tonight, a very chilly evening. Our 7-day forecast, gorgeous weekend. We're going to heat up to 63 for Super Bowl Sunday. You will see clouds beginning to gather because, unfortunately, we have another cold front coming. That's going to land on Monday, get us a little bit cool for the rest of the week, but not as bad as we ended this one. So taking one more look at the roads, not doing great outside. You really want to stay inside if you can. Just have a slow morning if you can muster it. Traffic brought to you by Lexley Overton, attorney at law. Still, it's hard to see anything here, the 10-12 split. We have that frozen moisture on the glass of the camera. Better picture here when you're taking a look at the bridge. I wish there weren't this many people out there. The bridges have been suffering the most with the freezing rain this morning. I'll pop off one more time so you can see this is the most up-to-date information on closed roads, both from accidents and from ice in our area. David is actually outside with our most current check on what the situation looks like.